In the women's flyweight division at UFC Vegas 74, you got Karine Silva, the Brazilian, coming in at 15-4, taking on fellow Brazilian Ketlen Souza, who comes in at 13-3, making the UFC debut. Now Silva, 2 inches taller at 5'5". They're both in their 20s. Silva has a 3-inch reach advantage, 67-64. Silva fights right-handed. She lands about 2.5, lands about 2.5 significant strikes per minute. Takedown average, like 1.3 takedowns over the course of 3 rounds. So she may get 1 takedown during this fight, potentially 2 if she wants to supersede the average. Now, takedown defense is non-existent because she hasn't had any takedown defense. She gave up 2 takedowns against Jan Kohil, Dana White's Contender Series, but she did win by submission. Came into the UFC and beat Poliana Botelho. Nice victory by Diar's choke submission. She was outstruck at that point, 19-17 in significant strikes. Now, Ketlen Souza, again, making a debut, has won 5 straight fights, right? In the 13 wins, 8 KOs, 1 submission, 4 decisions. She did lose 2 times by KO, 1 time by submission, but 5 straight wins, 2 of those by TKO. The last 3 by decision. She's fought out of Invicta FC in the last 2 fights. And to me, this is a very tough prediction just because of the unknown, right? This is almost like a Dana White Contender Series fight where you don't have a lot of action in the UFC, but because Karine Silva did beat Poliana Botelho and look better in that fight than she did at the Contender Series, it tells me that she's getting better over time. And she hasn't been in the octagon for almost a year, so she's probably even better than the last time we saw her. So I'm going to lean toward Karine Silva to edge out the victory here, mainly on significant strikes and takedown defense. If she can keep the fight standing, that will help, but she's got to be careful with Souza, who has 8 KOs. So there is an opportunity here for Souza to get the victory, but just on what I've seen in the UFC, Karine Silva 1-0. I have no reason to believe she'll fall to 1-1. I like Karine Silva to get the win in this Brazil-on-Brazil matchup to move to 16-4 women's flyweight division, UFC Vegas 74.